6 goals, 3 assists. Let's go with you, Brandon, first. Would you take him at Arsenal?
Don't want him, bro. Don't want him. I'll tell you why. We're midway through a season. Like we've already discussed, we need strength in depth. We need players that can come in and do it now. The Bundesliga is absolutely dead. Take Bayern Munich out of it. It's one of the worst leagues around. Yeah. Maybe aside Borussia Dortmund, but it's one of the worst leagues around. It's one of the easiest leagues to win. We could probably put Tottenham in it and they'd win the league. Do you know what I mean? Take Bayern Munich out. So that's what I'm saying.
Take my club's mouth out of your mouth, bro.
I just think there's better players out there for a cheaper price that we could get right now that would improve our squad that are Premier League proven. Leandro Trossard being one of them. I know Deji wants him at Spurs, but I think he's gettable for us right now.
I don't think I have any more to add to that. The next one is Leandro Trossard being valued at £30 million when I saw, but it's showing a transfer mark 30 million euros. Obviously, he plays for Brighton. We already know that they play expansive football. Would he be a good rotation player for you, Brandon? To Martinelli?
Get it done. Get it done. He'd be a perfect rotation player. Perfect rotation player. I just think he's at the right age as well. He's had a good couple of years in the Premier League. He's done all right at Brighton. Obviously, he wouldn't be a starter, but he could certainly push the likes of Martinelli and Saka for a place in the team. And he can also do a bit, like you say, a bit of rotation with him. I think it'd be a good option to use in the Europa League, especially. So, yeah, I see that as a no-brainer deal, mate. I don't know why Arsenal haven't tried to make a move for him already.
I couldn't agree anymore. I mean, Dej, would you take him at Tottenham? Would you? You've mentioned him. I'll definitely take him at Arsenal. Would you take him at Tottenham?
There's nothing to think about. We'll take him in a heartbeat. However, I wouldn't have him at Spurs under Conte because you can see that Bissouma isn't himself under Conte. But I think if we bring in a Marco Silva or we bring back Poch, which is the campaign, then I could see Leandro Trossard really doing a great job and really continuing where he left off. I actually think Trossard suits Spurs' system more than he suits you. I can see why you want him, but I think he's a better fit for Spurs.
Do you know what? With me, the only problem I've got in this is that they're going to want too much money for him. I mean, we've gone for Mudryk. Everyone's seen that we've got 100 mil minimum to spend this transfer window. The only thing is they may turn around and say to Arsenal, well, he's gone up to 50 mil.
Yeah, but I can't see that though, Northside. And I'll tell you why, right? The player's already unhappy. Yeah. This, not unlike the Mudryk deal, which Edu made an absolute shambles of, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Unlike the Mudryk deal, this is a deal that can be negotiated. Like, we can go in there and offer whatever we want. So can Tottenham, by the way, right? Because the player's unhappy. He's made it very clear that he wants to move and the manager don't want him. All it takes is for either of our clubs to go in there and say, look, Brighton, £20 million, take it or leave it. Yeah, take it or leave it. The player's not happy. You're not going to give him the game time. The manager wants him out. The best thing you can do right now is take the £20 million, right? And then if they're a bit, then you speak to Trossard. You say, look, you got a chance to come to Arsenal here and win the league title, or you got a chance to, go and play for Tottenham, where you'll have more chance of winning something than at Brighton. They're trying to be a big club, believe it or not. But you'll be playing for. We're Tottenham, yeah. We're Tottenham. You'll be playing in the Champions League. Let's just say that, right? You'll be playing Champions League football. I don't see how, if you turn around to Trossard and said, look, just to force the move through, put in a transfer request, make it official. Yeah, I don't see how you don't get that deal done for 25, 30 mil max. And that goes for both Arsenal and Tottenham.
The only thing I've got to say about what you're saying, I agree with you, Brandon, but we can apply the same logic when it comes to Arsenal for Tielemans and for Maddison. Both players don't want to stay at Leicester. Both players got contracts running down, and yet we're trying to get them for peanuts, and they're not budging. They're saying this is the price, and if you don't meet the price, then you're not getting a player. We've already seen Arsenal not go in for the amount that Shakhtar wanted Mudryk. For me, I didn't want Mudryk, but the point is this. we're always penny pinching. And I get that the player wants to leave, but the club also has to accept the offer, until the player's out of contract. And with Arsenal, we keep penny pinching, which is why we lost out in the Mudryk deal. And for me, when I'm looking at Leonardo Trossard, I could see them being cheeky enough, just like Leicester, and say, well, the player ain't happy, but that's the price. And trying to wait to the summer and trying to wait for the summer that other teams will come in and there's a bidding war, and then we get outbid. This happened to us numerous times. Do you know what I'm saying? So I agree with you that the approach should be, how much is Trossard? There's the money. But at the same time, do I trust Edu? Do I trust Arteta? Do I trust everyone that's in control of the negotiations? No, because we should have got Tielemans over the line. We should have got Maddison over the line, minimum. And we're yet still dragging our feet. So that's the only thing I would say to that. I agree with you, but do I see our club doing it?
Well, it sounds like every player that we're linked to right now is got €100 million